What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. If I seem more stiff and rigid, less animated than usual, I have 7 stitches on this side of my back. I had a minor surgery to take out a mutating mole, so for 2 weeks those are gonna be in, and I can't work out while that happens either. I really want to get back on the elliptical. You only get one body. Take care of it. Let's go ahead and talk about some cards. That's why you're here. Soul Servant is going up in prices. Those Dark Magician rumors are swirling even harder. Blue Eyes, it's such a success. Look at everything sell. The structure deck is doing so well. It's in the format, and they have to have the rival show up. People are buying into that. You can see this card's been going up, and now a lowest of $42 for the quarter century secret rare, with sales almost all the way up to $30, and after sales tax, yeah, it's there. And we saw multiple rounds of this buyout with it hitting those prices. I think that it could happen, but you're investing a lot based off of it could get way better. It could be happening. Do I think it's likely? Yes, but when and where and how, it's pretty much inevitable, so it is smart to go for cards like this, and they're sick for the collection, but don't overpay in the hype. Hype comes in waves, while triple down, quadruple down buyouts happen. Sometimes things never come back down in price. Don't shop with FOMO. Do it calculated for your collection, for your cards, on what you want. Also, at the very top end of Dark Magician, the first edition Ghost has been going. All the $500 English are gone, and now the lowest is $700 and about $40, with sales still being around that $500 mark when we do see them for first edition near mint. Now, again, I've stressed, this is a card I personally would only be buying in person. Near mint can have some scratches on that surface. It can be not as clean as you might like. I would rather see this in person if I'm getting a copy. But the hype is really there for Dark Magician without the confirmation. And again, it does feel a little inevitable, doesn't it? Toon Black Luster Soldier is when I get to pat myself on the shoulder and say, I told you so. This quarter century secret rare has gone way past my expectations, though. Full buyout mode and is above $60. The Toon boomers are out in force. You can see not too long ago it was still $12, and then it went towards 22 and 30, and for that, I told you so. We're gonna bring up proof, because I don't just talk like, oh, I brought it up this one time and some people think that I didn't. Right here. I like these cards. Get them sooner than later. Toon BLS, I compared to the secret rare only being a couple more dollars, yet so hard to pull. And I say I could see this, going up 18, 20. It went way past that in terms of its current listing price. And towards sales prices, it is even starting to go a little bit past there. It just made a lot of sense to me that when people are reaching back for cards that are in quarter century secret rare to complete collections, this would be one of those ones up there in terms of a good value at the time, and that was 2 months ago. So if it's on Market Watch, it's too late crowd, it's not always a little too late. Heavy Storm is also coming back up in price. The lowest is around 52 and quickly goes up from there as people are going for those quarter century secret rares and they want to mix and match. Quarter century secret rare is really the hype right now, and long term, again, the discussion is fair. Will that wear off? What will the 30th do? I think that's a fair discussion, but for now, while the hype is here, people really want to get those matching sets. And it is comparable to Starlight Rare in my book. And then we see it around $50 for Upstart. There's one here, and then it's $55, $55, and that's the first playset. And then the second playset goes all the way into the 130s. This card is getting bought out right now as people are going back through Bonanza and other sets. This is one I've said you probably should be getting sooner than later, even though it was a bit expensive. Never bet against draw cards. It's going wild. Then Celestial Double Star Shaman is getting bought out. I've covered this multiple times in the past. long ago. Now this seems to be for Yummy and people going back for cards that would work with it. The lowest is around $3 before $3.30. I believe this still only has one printing, if I'm not mistaken. Celestial Double Star Shaman. Let's double check on that. Yes, only one printing. That's out of Duelist Saga if you want access to that tech. Vermilion Dragon Mech is going up. I didn't mean to do that rhyme, but it is for the secret rare going up. You have an easy access version thanks to Duel Devastator still doing some lifting. But yeah, people are playing this. I believe, I want to say Crystron, but it might be another deck. Let me know in the comment section down below. $8 lowest for the secret rare now, with people even spending all the way in that range, but most of them going for a little bit less, but not too much less. You can see not too long ago a $4 sale. The Kaiba briefcase, this is one where I get to say, hey, I was wrong. I personally didn't want to get it if it didn't have the extended art Blue Eyes. I like the OCG version, and I still stand by that. But price-wise, yeah, of course I wish I got a few. The main thing that I miss is the Blue Eyes with the world behind it for the Jump promo art. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just a reworked tablet art. No, this came out in Jump as a promo. It looks so good to me. It proves a background can do heavy lifting, just like the Red Eyes from Jump versus that puke green one out of DB1 that I don't like, and art subjective. Maybe you like those other versions, but tablet art Blue Eyes gets crapped on a lot, doesn't it? This, however, I liked. I was greedy. It got down to 83. I said I'd buy it at 75, and then it's skyrocketed, and it really hasn't looked back since. And a lot of the cards in here are individually getting buyouts as well. So be aware, the Kaiba briefcase stonks are really skyrocketing right now. Look at Battle Locks as well. For past formats, I like to get cards from the OCG, but at the same time, if you want to play in a TCG Time Wizard format tournament, you still need English cards, so a lot of max rarity like Battle Locks resides in here. Heart of the Blue Eyes doesn't have to go with Blue Eyes hype. It's the Millennium hype thanks to that Exodia event, I would call it, and Master Duel. Basically, everyone was playing Exodia Mirrors. A lot of people learned the deck, myself included, and this is great in the mirror match. Back up towards $15 immediately, and Millennium Ankh has a similar graph curve, but not as impactful, from 7 to like 10-ish dollars, and is around 9 right now. So another example of, yes, Master Duel can easily impact us over here in the TCG. So many people feel like there's not that traction when it really proves itself time and time again. And I had fun learning the deck myself. Crossroads of Chaos is getting cheaper for its sealed, thanks to GameStop finding a ton of it in sealed palette form, apparently. And so a lot of people have been posting pictures of these boxes at $600 in GameStop. Now online, they have it at $400 per booster box and $380 for the quote-unquote pros. And then the special edition, which I would personally think is the worst product of the two, they have it up towards $650 still. So just be aware, GameStop has this pretty well down in price, and if there's a sale that actually affects their sealed stuff, this could help, because sometimes their system also encapsulates this, but a lot of the time they probably have figured out that system and tried to make that glitch kind of stuff happen less. Just, again, wild that stuff like this happens, but warehouse finds are a thing. Now, I got to the cards. Let's talk Mondo and its collab. It is debuted. It is a timed release, so you have a little bit to think about it, but not too long. There's still a bit of FOMO pressure there, but once it's gone as I understand it. These posters are super high quality. I've bought Godzilla posters from them before. I really appreciate it. And it says artwork by Mondo. I think they personally might have re-resolutioned a lot of these and cleaned them up, because people have been pointing out, wow, this looks really good for the art. The Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon at the event had the Eye of Anubis on the wrong side, and I think some of the event ones also had Eye of Anubis, which may not be on here when we get them. But the main star of the show to me, besides the, discount oversized cards, not giant cards, they're more towards oversized, but this Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon soft vinyl. We have so little Sofubi representation in toys within Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is an amazing job. It's a really good size at almost a foot tall, and $155 plus shipping. It will charge you shipping on checkout as far as I'm aware, because it did for me, and I looked for coupons and everything. This still is worth it to me. I've bought some of their Space Godzillas by Mondo. I really like their vinyl work, and I do think that this soft vinyl is great for Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope it succeeds, and I hope we get some more of them. So, this is again a timed release. It's going to end after it's been up for 7 days. That is through 2/28/25 at 11:59 Central Time. Yeah, I think they're based out of Texas as well. They got bought by Funko a while ago, so Mondo's been able to get more licensed deals, do more directions to cool things like this, and I hope to see a lot more for Yu-Gi-Oh! But if cards are more your thing, Blue Eyes poster, probably the one to get out of this collab if you didn't manage to get the giant card size, really, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon at their event, which is reselling for like $200-ish on eBay. It was $80 at the event. Thanks for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these conversations where we bounce around different Yu-Gi-Oh! Collectibles too, because there is a market there. It's not just the cards, but yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on, and I know it's been a lot of quarter-century secret rare with Stampede on the horizon, as well as, of course, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes. I tried to do a bit of a mix-up today, but it's so hard to step away from both of those things with how they're moving in the market.